first we'll start with this PYQ question which is there in the test. Compare Karl Marx with Emile Durkheim with reference to framework of division of labor. This is UPSC 2013 question where you have to compare the division of labor which is given by Karl Marx and other which is given by Durkheim. So when you are starting with this question, first introduction, short and crisp introduction, right? So here you can just give a general context also. No need to define what is division of labor, right? Because for both of them, the context, the meaning in which they are discussing is very different. So you don't need to define division of labor. You can just generally start the division of labor is a defining feature of modern society, right? That's true for both of them. Both of them described division of labor in the modern societies, right? After your industrial revolution. While both Karl Marx and Durkheim examined its rise, but their point of view differed, right? So in the introduction, you have explained that both of them, the context time-wise was same, but their point of view was very different, which is the question also that you have to compare. Now here, first thing which I have told you that whenever there's a question about comparison, try to think of common parameters or common aspects along which you will discuss the comparison between two terms or two theories or whatever is there. So common elements along which comparison has to be there. So say for example, if I have to compare two students, right? So my parameter will remain same, that I will see marks of ethics probably. I will see how punctual you are probably. It's not that one student I'm seeing his marks in ethics, for other student I'm seeing marks in sociology. That's not a difference, because the parameters around which you compare two people, unit of comparison should be same. That is very important when you are attempting these questions. So best way would be that you write in a tabular form, because the points are very clearly visible. But it's not that you cannot write in paragraphs. There you can, if you're not comfortable. So first you can start with discussing Karl Marx point of view on division of labor. Same parameters. At one place you discuss about Karl Marx. Next, same parameters, same points. The unit of comparison should be same under Emile Durkheim. That way you can do, but this is the best way. Very quickly you can describe the features. It's very clear, it's very visible to the examiner. And very quickly you can write a lot of points. Otherwise, you'll write big paragraphs and you will miss most of the points. More points means more marks, right? Okay, anyhow, coming back. So first aspect we will discuss is, which is obvious, what is the basic orientation, right? So when they're discussing division of labor, what is their point of view? What is their theoretical strand? For Karl Marx, it is from a conflict perspective, right? He will see the inherent contradiction and conflict when he is talking about division of labor. When Durkheim is talking, he will be seeing it from a functionalist perspective, focusing on social cohesion. He is more interested in seeing that in the modern society, how division of labor is binding people. So the first point of difference is their basic orientation or basic theoretical strand which they are seeing division of labor. They're seeing it with different lenses, right? Then second point is, what is their view on division of labor, right? So for Marx, it's a source of alienation and class conflict, right? The root cause is this division of labor which has happened, which has given rise to class, bourgeoisie class, proletariat class, and there will be conflict. For Durkheim, it's a source of social solidarity and social order. you can, if you want to make the point more elaborate, you can write about that it gives rise to organic solidarity. Right? Please remember the basic words. Then next, historical framework. Right? How it is developing. Division of labor evolves with modes of production. Different modes come and your division of labor keeps on evolving, because division of labor is there in every mode. Right? Starting from your slavery, whenever there are two classes, it means there is a division of work. This is your work, this is other person's work. So there is a evolution of division of labor from modes of production. Then here division of labor increases with increase in dynamic density. What is dynamic density? Material and moral density. Increase in number of people or population and increase in their interactions, frequency of their interactions. So for both of them, how it is evolving, it is very different in nature. Right? So this is third point of difference. The next is, what is the nature of work? Both of them are describing. The labor has been divided between people. What is the nature of this work when they're giving the broader framework of division of labor? So for Marx, the increasing specialization or increase in this division of labor, capitalism dehumanizes the worker. Alienation will increase. They lose control over the product of their labor. Here what is happening? Increasing specialization is integrating by making the individuals interdependent upon each other. For him, as division, the nature of work is, as division of labor will increase, more alienation will happen. For him, as division of labor is happening, more interdependence between different people will come. Right? Then the concept of alienation, worker is alienated from whatever different three, from process, from product, from himself, from the fellow worker. Here there is no concept of alienation per se, but he does talk about anomic division of labor as a pathological form of division of labor. Concept alienation, for him it is not alienating. Division of work or division of labor for him is not alienating, but when there is an anomic form, when rules and regulations are not clear, then there can be a pathological form of division of labor. Not all forms of division of labor will lead to this anomy. Right? There are certain criteria in which the work can be anomic division of labor. Right? But for Marx, it is for sure that when you are in an economic system, when there is capitalistic system, there will be alienation. Alienation will end only and only in the last mode, communist mode. Otherwise, there will always be alienation. But for Durkheim, this is not the rule. Sometimes there can be a anomic division of labor in some conditions, right? Then you can write this point, or it's more or less repetition only, because it's a word given by Durkheim. You can add solidarity here. He believes that it divides people. Here he believes, they are uniting people via organic solidarity. It's kind of a repetition. You can miss this point. And last is solution. What is the solution of whatever problems are there in division of labor? Like Marx is talking about alienation and he talked about anomic division of labor. Right? Both of them are problems. For Marx, the solution is class struggle and proletariat revolution. You need to have a total revolution in the society and change the mode from your capitalist to, don't you remember these things? You've forgotten? Yes, then reply. You're from your capitalist mode to communist mode. Right? For him, better regulation, better norms, they can lead to a normal form of division of labor which unites people. Right? So for him, there is a revolutionary solution. For him, you just have proper norms, proper social control. Anomic division of labor will go away. Right? Now, last in this question is you have to conclude. Right? So, conclusion again, summarization that thus Marx and Durkheim offer contrasting visions. One critiques the division of labor as dehumanizing under capitalism, other celebrates it as a binding force in complex societies. But further, you can add that, but together they enriched our understanding of how work shapes both individual lives or how work exists in the modern capitalist society. Right? So, this is a summary that they are having opposite contrasting view, but in spite of that, they are increasing the understanding about one concept. When two people are seeing a single thing from different direction, it will obviously enrich our knowledge about that particular thing. So that is your conclusion. So very simple form. You have to start your answer, right? You have to write a short and crisp definition, give a little bit of context. Introduction more than this is just wastage of words, wastage of time, right? Your usage of words should be very judicious. Be very careful what words you are using. Save it for the body of the answer, right? And now the question usually students ask is that, okay, what is the difference between 10 marker and 20 marker? 10 marker doesn't mean you have to write less points. 10 marker means same 11, 12 points, but in very short form. If same question is for 20 marks, it means again you have to write all the points, but probably elaborate each point a little more. That's the only difference. It's not that if a 10 marker comes, you will just write 2 or 3 points. No, write every point, but very short. Like this. You're not even writing the full sentence. But if it is a 20 marker, then you have to expand it. Right? Is it clear? So the content doesn't changes, but the length to which you are discussing, that changes. Right? Probably in a 20 marker, add a diagram. Right? General talk about, okay, this is division of labor. Right? Assigning duties to different people is division of labor. Probably draw a diagram or something. That's the only difference between 10 marker and 20 marker. Points remain the same, just the length changes. Right? And in 20 markers, sometimes you have a liberty to discuss a peripheral topic also before you get into the main demand of question. Right? So for 20 marker, around 2.5 to 3 pages, depending upon your font size, will be more than enough. For a 10 marker, 1.5 page is more than enough. 150 words get over in 1.5 page. So train yourself in a manner where you complete the questions very quickly. Right? Yes, are we clear? So today, obviously one-to-one interaction will be there, but do a self-analysis also. How are you thinking? And you may have some extra points also which are valid enough, which we'll discuss once I see your answer. But try to see which points you missed, which you could have added, or if there is a problem, you have gone overboard with the introduction, that your introduction is 60, 70 words, right? Or your conclusion is not proper, right? And then again repeating, don't label it as intro, body, or conclusion. It is just for your understanding. In the class I am using, you don't have to use it in your paper.